Hey there guys, this is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, and I am going to be doing the reading for Cancer. Now, I know it is the 1st of April and these readings are for April, but, well, I have been pretty busy lately, so please excuse my lateness. And even though things are lagging in terms of my readings, these videos will be coming out, and hopefully I get them all done by today if I can. But if not, well then the majority of you can, well, the majority of the signs from probably, let's see, Cancer, probably from Scorpio on up, may have to wait till Wednesday or Thursday, but I believe that the universe is making this happen for a reason, so I am not fretting one bit, and neither should you. So, we are doing the reading for Cancer for April 2019. Universe, what do you have for Cancer? Cancer, 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 Cancer. Alright, so we're seeing what the universe has for Cancer for April 2019. Alright. Let's see. Alright. So, we have the Ace of Wands. Yup.
Russ, right now he said a quote, he's like, I'm not in competition with you, I'm in competition with myself losing. Oh, that goes hard, huh?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Alright, so with the Ace of Wands, I do feel that there's no forward movement with you guys. And this is in terms of like action, is what I feel like. So I am going to go ahead. Oh, okay, so yeah. So you guys have been in a period of basically going inside yourselves and soul searching with the Hermit in reverse. But you guys are in the act of actually coming out from it now. So that's a good deal. You guys have probably been locked up in your mind for a little bit for some of you. I do feel that this could be, due to some what I would call emotional recklessness, because with the Knight of Swords, appearing in the emotional sector, it feels like maybe some of you may have acted, a little bit impatiently. Maybe you guys have expressed your emotions a little bit. How would I say? You guys may have acted on your emotions before really thinking about it. Or maybe you guys have thought about it, but didn't have the full scope of the information. So, yeah, see, you guys are feeling burdened spiritually for some of you. I do feel like a lot of you are carrying a lot of stuff. This could be guilt. This could be mental energy. Because with the Knight of Swords in the emotional sphere, in terms of your mind's being run by your emotions, or your mind is being ridden by your emotions and being controlled by them. So I do feel, yeah, see, you guys are on the physical plane, you guys appear to be stuck in a stalemate of sorts. I do feel like you guys are stalling a decision of some sort, or maybe you guys are, I know for some of you, it's going to be within the realm of actually coming out. But I do feel that with the Two of Swords in the reverse, it speaks of a stalemate on the physical plane. Now, okay, well, one of the obstacles in your path is probably no new starts in earnings, no new starts in money, no new starts in growth potential for your currency. Now, I do feel like maybe it is necessary to stir up a little bit of emotional turmoil with the Four of Wands in the second obstacle position. Now, sometimes we can get a little bit too complacent, and sometimes it's necessary to stir the pot, so to speak. And usually when things get really comfortable and complacent, and there's no new things to get you going, to get you started, things can get stagnated, or things can reach a stalemate of sorts. And of course, with that kind of thing, there's no new starts, obviously. There's no new sense of passion or anything like that, which is what the Ace of Wands shows in the reverse, as far as your general energy goes. Now, I do see that for some of you guys are, I feel like some of you guys are experiencing mental heartbreak. Others of you are experiencing emotional heartbreak, as I've mentioned before. And some of you guys are acting on it. Others, I do feel like maybe this is a physical heartbreak of sorts. Maybe something on the physical plane because of the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, I do feel like things are stable for some of you guys, but I do feel like with the Knight of Swords in the emotional sector, some of you guys are going to be stirring the pot, so to speak, or bringing up some emotional turmoil, basically drama. So, not that all drama is bad, and not that all drama is good. Sometimes it's good to cause drama because it's necessary to clear the energy. Now, with the Two of Swords in the reverse on the physical plane, I do feel like this is going to break whatever stalemate you guys have been in. And since you guys have been in the act of thinking, of actually contemplating your situation, I do feel that some of you are going to be acting on those emotions. And for some of you, I do feel that these emotions will be dignified. But as far as I see, with the Judgment card in the reverse, you guys still can't come to a judgment just yet. And I do feel that with the Judgment card in the reverse, there's definitely no new starts, no renewal, no anything. Part of it has to do with your income, that's for sure. The other part has to do with the emotional sector. And you know what? I do feel like it's all three. Whether it's emotional, it's physical, and it's mental. All of these cards, they mention something of that sort. Now, with the Seven of Cups in reverse, I do feel that for some of you, you guys are focused in on whatever it is that you guys want. I do feel that for some of you guys, it deals with desire, will, and determination, and or determination on a project. So some of you guys are very, very much determined to change your situation. And this has come as a result of whatever soul searching or whatever mind searching you guys have been doing. So, let me see. Let's draw some more cards. Okay, yeah, see. Part of it has to do with not applying self-care. With the Empress in the reverse, there's no new growth, obviously, as the Judgment card in the reverse speaks of. And with the Ace of Wands in the reverse as well. And of course, with the Ten of Wands in the spirit sector, you feel burdened spiritually. But, it's not to say that it's a bad thing, because with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, this is part of a cycle that you guys are undergoing. And this cycle, it's necessary for you guys to complete, because this will show you a greater strength, is what I'm seeing. Since it's attacking your heart in three different ways, I do feel that you guys are going to grow on a physical plane. On a physical level, on an emotional level, and you guys are going to grow on a mental level, which also translates to growing on an overall spiritual level. And this cycle is very much connected to finances, because with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, it's also one of those cards that's signifying that there's no growth, that growth is blocked. And but I do find that with all of this going on, you guys will experience strength, because with the Strength card coming out at the end, I do feel that with all of this, it's supposed to teach you something. It's supposed to teach you a lot, actually. This is supposed to be a really big change in your guys' lives. And I do feel that with the Queen of Pentacles, with the Queen of Pentacles coming out in terms of in terms of position right after the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Pentacles, it's all about inertia, idleness, stagnation, and it also describes discouragement. It also describes discontent and stuff like that. Now, this discontent, I do feel that it's not unwarranted. As I said, with the Hermit in the reverse, you guys have been soul searching for a while. You guys have been searching your minds, and you guys have been trying to come to a reasonable conclusion about this. But you guys do feel it. You guys do not. You guys are not getting the care that you need. And I do feel that for some of you guys, some of this is not giving yourselves the care. But I do feel that maybe you guys aren't receiving support, because the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, both of them in the reverse, and also with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, it speaks of not being supported. Not being supported in your endeavors. But I do feel that with the Wheel of Fortune, this is one of those things that's supposed to happen, because it's supposed to show you guys strength of some sort. And through this ordeal, you guys will come out a lot stronger. Like I said, on three different levels at the very least, maybe even 4. And through this, you guys will find that Judgment will flip over from the reverse to the upright, and will give you guys renewal and a new sense of purpose, is what I feel. But right now, this stalemate, it's not going to be broken at anytime soon. Now, I want to go ahead and see where this stalemate is. I want to go ahead and check your guys' relationship sector to see more or less what we're dealing with here, and to see if this stalemate is anywhere within your guys' close relationships. So, universe, what do you guys? Oh, I should say, what do you have for Cancer? Give us some information into Cancer's situation. Let us know if there's anything that's going on within the relationships, within their close relationships. And let us see, from the universe's standpoint, what is going on with Cancer and their lives. So, let's see. Alright. Universe, what's going on? Alright, so no communication. With the World at the end of a cycle. 3 of Cups in the reverse, having to work alone. Okay. So, one person's feeling trapped, feeling like there's no teamwork, and with the Knight of Swords in the reverse, this definitely has, oh man, yeah. Okay, so, alright, so on one side, there's a lack of communication with the 8 of Wands in the reverse, as you can see here, and they're viewing the other person as ending a cycle of sorts. Now, whether they know this is the end of their cycle, or whether it's the end of just a cycle in general, I am not sure. However, I would like to point out that when they looking at the relationship, they feel like they're by themselves, or they feel like they want to do it alone. Like they probably don't want to be in a relationship. And on the other side, you have the 8 of Swords, right? They're feeling trapped, like they don't have the vision to see their way out of it. They're viewing the other person as not cooperating, no teamwork. So maybe, I mean, it does feel in some way like this other person is doing things in a way that would foster this kind of feeling, so that maybe the other person 2, so that person 1 can break it off with person 2, or that person 2 will break it off with person 1. Let me see. Yeah, because the way that they're viewing the situation, or person 2 is viewing the situation, there's a sense of incapacity, like there's no ability to move forward. And with the 8 of Swords, it gives it that feel. I mean, all these cards in general, on the other side for person 2, is making it feel like they're trapped, almost like a cry for help. in a way. But let's see. Okay, so yeah, the situation. There's definitely some burdens, a lot of burdens, with the Ten of Wands in the reverse, and there's what's not helping is focusing on the past with the Six of Cups coming out. Now, this could be for me. I feel like someone's truly burdened with looking at the past, and this is not helping. The past usually needs to be released, and so does this cycle for this other person. This other person, person one's almost begging, like they want this cycle to end so that they could be by themselves, and person two, they obviously see that there's no teamwork, and there's no creativity in it either, because with the Three of Pentacles, it also with the threes, it stands for creativity, for groups and stuff like that. But with it in reverse, there is no group activity going on. There is no teamwork, no nothing. Person one is obviously wanting to do things alone, and person two, I do feel like person two is you guys, Cancer. I do feel like it's you mainly because what we just covered in the previous spread, and I do feel that you guys are holding on to this Six of Cup energy, and so I do feel you guys need to let it go. Yeah, see, one of the areas of focus is that there's a lot of hard work that's been placed into this with the Eight of Pentacles coming out, and since there's two eights, the eights usually have to do with things coming, with things drawing to a close, things coming to an end. I do feel that with two threes, this definitely deals with no creativity and no group activity, no nothing. And with the King of Swords in the reverse, at the end card for this part of the relationship sector, there's definitely cruelty. There's barbarism. I do feel like some of you guys might be abused. I do feel that for others, if it's not physical abuse, it's mental abuse, or maybe even emotional abuse. I would go to say, yeah, because you guys, I do feel like you guys are going back to the past, and you guys are, remembering probably the good old days, and I do feel that for a lot of you, you guys are remembering, the teamwork that was once there. For others of you, I do feel like you guys are more focused on what's necessary to get done, as opposed to focusing on the past. And maybe you guys are looking to the past to see where the work was placed in, where the work could have been placed in, and you guys are looking at the situation like, damn, things have been cruel, and it's reaching its breaking point with the Ten of Wands in reverse. Now, this is a good thing, because with it in the positive sector, it might just be the impetus that you need in order to be able to truly end this cycle and end the situation. And for others of you, I do feel like maybe by applying some work, maybe you guys for some of you, you haven't been putting in the work, but with the idea that you haven't been putting in the work, maybe you feel trapped into having to put the work. But I do feel that because there is a necessary message that I do believe you guys have to give, the other person sees the fact that there is no message coming in. And maybe there might be a delay in the message because you guys are focused on the past. Now, with the Devil at the bottom of the deck, I do feel that the overall energy is one where maybe you are addicted to this other person, or maybe you guys feel chained to this person in some type of way. I'm not exactly sure what this chain might be that you guys are stuck in. However, I do feel like there's planning on either side. with the Two of Wands, somebody's looking out to the future, and I feel that this has to do with person one, or whoever it is that you guys are dealing with. Now, yeah, see, there's definitely a need to end this cycle because it's part of fate. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, I do feel like the wheels are turning. Everything that's happening in your guys' life is necessary to happen because you guys are going to end a cycle. And I do believe that the person you guys are dealing with is realizing this. To some extent, every time I look at the Wheel of Fortune, and I discuss any type of situations like these, it always points towards the phoenix. So I do feel like you guys are undergoing a transformation of sorts. The phoenix is connected to Scorpio, so I don't know if you guys are dealing with the Scorpio, or if by any chance this is just a general energy for water. Because if you look at the card, there is this little figure right here that's pointing the sword towards a bird, and I don't always look at that, but I do realize that at times I do focus in on it, and it's sort of one of those messages that my intuition is telling me that you guys are undergoing a transformation. So some of you guys do undergo a transformation, some of you guys don't. With the moon, yes, I do feel that you guys are undergoing a transformation. This is an opening of consciousness. If you take a look at the moon card, there's that little crab or crawfish that's crawling out of the water. The water signifies your subconscious, and the land, it signifies your conscious or your waking mind. Now, the dog and the wolf, they're both different sides of the brain on a physical level, and these are the right side and the left side. So one's intuitive, one runs off of feelings, and the other one runs off of logic. And so one of the ways that you can tell is the fact that with the moon and the sun in this card, and two pillars on either side, and this is supposed to be a mixture of both your rational and your irrational sides. And this is actually still connected to intuition by a small amount, but this tells me that you guys are undergoing some type of transformation. You guys are finally waking up, is what I'm getting. It's a message that I just received right now to tell you. Some of you guys are waking up, and this is a good thing. You guys are going to see the cruelty that's going on, and this is going to help you guys to end the cycle so that you guys can move on and you guys can allow this transformation to occur. Now, I do feel that for some of you, with the Seven of Cups, I do feel like for many of you, there might be many different choices that you're trying to follow, but at the same time, I do feel like these are illusions of sorts. Now, one thing that'll get you through these illusions is to follow your intuition. There might be a little bit of confusion for you, but I do feel that overall, you guys will come out on top so long as you see what's going on and you put a stop to it. Yeah, I do feel that this emotional outburst that you guys will have, for some of you, is going to be necessary. For others of you, I'm not sure if it's necessary. I mean, some of you Cancers out there might be in a good relationship, but I do feel that for those of you that are not in a good relationship, it's going to be necessary to have this emotional outburst. And you guys have been thinking about it long and hard, so I do feel that you guys need to go ahead and let it out, because the more you bottle it up, the more it's going to build pressure within you, on all 3 levels, or all 4 levels, I should say. And then, boom, you're just going to explode like that, which is not the right way to go about it, because you're not going to learn the lesson that you need to learn. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some cards to see what the universe has as far as advice for you. Because this seems like one of those delicate situations that needs to be handled in a proper manner. And unless it is, there could be setbacks in terms of ending your cycle. Whenever a relationship is not ended properly, it causes a karmic connection between you and the other person, and this creates a tether, which means you're gonna have to come back in another lifetime if you don't close or sever this tie while you're in this lifetime. But let's see what the universe has for you guys, and we'll see how you guys should proceed from here on. Let's see, two show. Oh, all right. So the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Cups fell out. I'm gonna leave these off to the side because I do feel like these are cards that we're gonna have to come back to here in a minute after we draw the 3 cards for your advice. Alright, so yeah, the advice is become confident in yourself. With the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles is one of those cards where if you take a look at it, they're chill. You know, they got all these pentacles around them. There's a lot of growth. You know, obviously the yellow background signifies some type of knowledge. And it's this type of knowledge along with the golden dress and the gold dirt, I guess you could call it, that allows them to be confident in whatever it is that's going on around them. They're looking at this bird, and the bird's not really looking at the person. The bird's more looking towards a different angle. But I do feel that the advice is become confident in yourself. A lot of the times, some people don't end cycles because they're not confident in whatever it is that's going on in their lives. I do want to take a look at the booklet real quick. There are going to be some altercations and some quarrels, as the book says, and this is necessary, as I was saying from the last 2 draws that I did for you guys, and it's necessary for these things to occur because without these quarrels, you know, nothing's gonna change. Everything's gonna stay the same. Everything's gonna stay stagnant. You guys are gonna feel like you're trapped, and you know, there's not gonna be any change whatsoever. So sometimes these quarrels are necessary to happen. Yeah. See, you guys, okay, with the 3 of Wands, you guys put some things into motion. You guys.
It's ready.
Okay. All right. So you guys put some things into motion. You guys sent your ships out. You guys put some work into it. But I do feel that with the Wands in the reverse, there's nothing coming back in terms of this situation. So I do feel like you guys do need to look forward to other things, but not in terms of whatever's going on with that relationship and whatever's going on with your guys' lives in terms of your troubles. Now, I do want to say that with the 3 of Wands in the reverse, you guys will be looking at the end of trouble pretty soon, hopefully. With the Knight of Cups, it might not happen in the near future, you know, not as fast as you guys would want, but I do feel that it's going to be coming. Now, with the Tower in reverse, I do feel like, I do feel like this wait is necessary because you guys have a message coming in. Obviously, with the Knight of Cups coming in, there is a response. There is a message coming in, but it's not time yet. With the Tower in reverse, it's not going to happen in the near future. So I do want to say as well that with the Knight of Cups, it's one of those cards that in terms of speed, it's not very fast, but it is there is a proposition and there is an invitation of sorts that will be coming to you. This could be a new love invitation, but it's not necessary for it to come yet because this has to finish first before this can come into your life. But I do feel that, with whatever's going on in your guys' life, the Queen of Swords energy with the Knight of Cups, I do feel you guys are gonna have to watch out because with this new invitation, with this new person, there could be some malice. There could be deceit. So you guys will want to watch your backs when it comes to this kind of new relationship. I do feel that if you enter into a new relationship without the Tower falling, that'll be you trying to deceive this other person. And so, yeah, see, have confidence that this situation is going to end. With the Ten of Swords, that's it. Fini. Done. There's no life. There's no life anymore after that. There's or at least for that relationship or for that trouble that you guys are dealing with. Now, awesome. With the Page of Cups, your troubles will end. Obviously, this is a further confirmation that you guys have a message coming in, a love message, obviously. And with the Page of Cups, there's going to be creativity coming out of this, but you guys do got to watch out because this person, I do feel that to some extent, they don't follow the norm. They kind of do their own thing. And I would imagine that they do their own thing mainly because with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, it speaks of deceit. So maybe they do their own thing because they like to get their way. Is what I'm drawing from this. Now, let me see. I want to draw one card for the Queen of Swords to see a little bit more information on this person because you guys do need to be informed. And I know I've gone a little bit past what I was aiming for, which was 30 minutes, but let's see. I want to inform you guys as far as April goes because I feel it's necessary. Alright, cool. With Ace of Pentacles, I do feel that this person is going to bring the new start that you need in terms of finances. But I do feel that you guys will have to watch out because with that, within the area of deceit, they might give you something, but then they might expect something from you, in return, which to some degree, it might leave you with some type of loss of sorts with the Five of Pentacles at the bottom. Now, I do feel like this energy is kind of like one of those energies that's continuing on from the energy you were feeling within this current relationship with some of you, but I do feel that with the ending of this current situation, you guys will have the tools necessary to get what you guys want, but to be able to sidestep this deceit and this malice that this other person is going to be coming at you with. So